would be a helpful thing. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, Anna. I got that. I must have heard your 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 thoughts over there. We can't hear her. Welcome, friends. We'll wait just a moment before we officially begin. Thank you all for being here. Great to see you. Great to be together. All right. Oh, thank you, Christine. Thank you for your donation. Welcome. For anyone that I'm getting to meet for the first time, my name is Selena Lael. I lead live sessions on the app each week. We've been having regular yoga asana sessions like this again. These are happening on Tuesdays right now. Excuse me. I also lead a live session on Mondays in this hemisphere of the world, United States. You can find all the live classes on my profile page. I also have many recordings there and a 10-day course, Yogic Practices for a Peaceful Life. Oh, thank you all for your donations. Thank you. Also, we have a group. I always want to say circle because that's what they were called not too long ago. We have a group here on the app. The group is called Love Heals All. And if you're not familiar with the groups, they're like chat rooms. Our chat room or our group is specifically just a space for us to be authentic, for us to support one another, to serve one another, and also just to be there with whatever is going on for us, whether we're sharing really uplifting content or a loving ear or wonderful meditations from other instructors that we found. It's a really all welcoming, loving space if you're looking to feel more connected to others in this community. Again, that group is called Love Heals All. Today's practice will be a Vinyasa flow session. Who here is feeling this full moon energy that's still pumping? Anyone? Is it just me feeling the full moon? Woo! Potent, deep. I felt it really strong this morning in my heart when I woke up. I was like, oh, what's happening? I love you, Selena, but why is it feeling this way? Yeah, right. Woo! So we're going to move into a Vinyasa flow practice to help balance and move these energies or any energies that you're experiencing. And if the idea of experiencing energy is foreign to your mind, we'll have an experience today that will help you feel more balanced, more maybe connected or aware of yourself, more at ease. I invite you to stay for the whole practice if you can. Yeah, there's great value in going through the whole experience, especially at the very end, giving ourselves this time to be still, because so much of our lives are about doing, even if it's not physical, it's mental doing. So I really invite you to just give yourself this gift. It is a 60-minute practice. We will end 60 minutes after this little intro. It's listed as an intermediate practice because I will not be offering cues the way that I would in a beginner experience. I also am not showing props to use because many of us don't have props where we are. So if you have props, please feel free to have them. Of course, it's ideal that each of us are using a yoga mat. Anything else is totally optional. Blocks, blankets, straps, as you wish. And lastly, please honor your body. Honor your body today. Maybe you have a very regular practice and you know what it's like to feel strong or to feel like you're doing what you like to be doing. And today's not that day. Maybe you feel a little off today or like you need to be gentle, or maybe you feel a new wave of energy and you'd like to be different with your body. Most importantly, the practice of yoga asana, as much as it is about strengthening the physicality, there's so much more happening. These physical practices are helping to move energy through the nadis, these energetic channels running through the body, the chakras, these energetic vortexes. So we feel greater balance, not just because yoga asana practice, which is the physical practice, helps to calm the nervous system and help us to feel that ease inside. But also, and more importantly, or more maybe, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's this energetic experience that we have. Many of us may not even realize that, but so much of the freedom or the connection or the ease that we feel in yoga is because of this movement of energy, this stagnancy that is allowed to flow with greater ease. So, again, as much as this practice is about the body, it's also about a deeper experience of feeling that wholeness within our own being. And that can look different and feel different for each of us. Oh, great, Maria, welcome. So, I think it's Welkomen. Is that right? Let's begin our experience together, our 60-minute practice. I invite you to come to the mat if you are not already there. We'll do a little sound test now that I'm further away from the computer. We'll make sure that the mic is still functioning well, that you can still see and hear well. So just doing a little sound test here. Test, test, test. Just give me a thumbs up in the chat, please, if all is still well on your end, and then we'll begin. All right, awesome. Thank you, friends. So let's find a comfortable seated position. Feel the crown of the head lifting up toward the sky. Drop your shoulders back and down. Gently engage the navel here. So rather than popping the chest forward and the tailbone behind, gently pull the navel toward the spine. So it's as if the spine is aligned over the pelvis all the way up to the head. And, depending on the tightness in your hips, legs, and back, that may not be feasible. So just play with it in your body. Close the eyes. Inhale, feel the belly, ribs, and chest expand. And just as a reminder, this is when our official 60-minute practice begins. Exhale, feel the whole torso relaxing as the breath draws in, or the body draws in, the breath draws out. Inhale deeply. Exhale. If Udaya Pranayama is part of your practice, you can begin to engage this ocean sound in the breath and carry it with you. Our yoga practice is an opportunity to become more aware of our own self, emotions, mind, body, presence. And as we turn our attention inward to be present with what's happening inside, we naturally feel this sense of maybe relaxation or ease, maybe a little discomfort, becoming aware of everything that we're holding inside. Maybe there's a sense of wholeness. Bring the palms to touch at the heart, Anjali Mudra. Set your intention, a sankalpa, for your practice today. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides. Open the eyes, look up, palms touch. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. Inhale, reach out wide, palms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Release the left fingertips down directly out from the left hip. Keep the right hip rooted. Inhale, reach the arm up and over. Option to bend the bottom elbow if that feels good. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Feel this opening through the right side of the body as you root down through the hip. No strain in the neck here. The gaze can be wherever it feels best. The head direction can be wherever it feels best. Reach the fingertips a little further away from the hip. Inhale to reach the right arm up to the sky. Bring it all the way down so that now the right hand is directly out from the right hip on top of the fingertips. Left hip is rooted. Inhale, reach the left arm up and over. Option to bend the bottom elbow. Breathe deeply. Feel some space being created between the ribs. Relax the jaw, the face. Inhale, reach up. Both fingertips down or both hands down, fingertips down. Sit really tall here. Close the eyes for just a moment. Feel what's happening inside just from a little bit of movement. Beautiful. Release. Cross the ankles to rock the weight forward or roll off onto one hip. Come to all fours. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips. Bring the big toes to touch. Sink the hips back to the heels. Balasana, child's pose. Relax the head down toward the mat. Maybe it touches. If this is more or less comfortable for you, this is a great pose to take anytime you need a rest or anytime you're just feeling like you're not totally confident in a pose or you're not sure what you're doing. Please feel free to take this or any resting pose or maybe just watch. Feel your hips growing heavier. Feel your belly softening, your back softening. And I invite you to add on to your sankalpa to be kind with yourself today. Whatever that means for you, kind. Press into the knees and the hands. Inhale, rise up. Rock the hips. Is that a rocking? Press the hips forward and then come back to child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Press the hips forward. Exhale, sink back, toes touch, child's pose. So I'm opening the toes when I come up for balance. Inhale, hips forward. Exhale, toes touch, hips to heels. Great. Inhale, hips forward. Exhale, back. Balasana. Stay here. One breath. Press into the hands and the knees, rise up. My knees have somehow found themselves wide, so I'm going to bring them back underneath my hips. Let's move through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, really drop your belly down, relax it down. Look up, lift your tailbone up. Exhale, press the spine up to the sky, curl the tailbone under, chin toward chest. Inhale, melt the belly down. Shoulders relax down. Exhale, draw the navel toward the spine. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Walk the hands a little further forward so now they're in front of the shoulders. Lift the fingers and then root back down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs so the weight is distributed evenly throughout the palm as much as possible. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, actually, everyone come down for a moment to your knees or any kind of position where you can watch me for a moment here without straining your neck. We often find in downward facing dog, especially those of us who are really flexible or have a little bit of hypermobility, we look for the stretch. And so we drop the belly down and we really turn the tailbone up to the sky. Now, you may not be able to see this too clearly, but see if you can notice the difference here. So, right now, I'm really looking for a stretch in my legs because I have a lot of spaciousness here. But this is a very common way that yogis injure their low back or strain the low back. I'm not engaging my core. So I want to engage my core so that I don't injure myself. So I'm going to go ahead and watch this change here. Draw my navel toward my spine and extend the tailbone back. So now you can see I come out of this curvature in the low back. I'm engaging my core to support myself. Now I'm popping forward a little. So now that I have this nice engagement in the core, I'm going to press into my hands to press my chest back toward my thighs. Now, if I find that my ears and shoulders are crunching together, I'm going to maintain these new positions with my body, and I'm going to reach the crown of the head down toward the fingers. So, again, the first posture was here. I'm not really engaging my core. I'm looking for a stretch. I'm probably straining and hurting myself eventually, if not today. So, I'm going to engage the core, navel towards spine. Then I'm going to lengthen by pressing myself back. And then lastly, I'm going to reach the crown of the head toward the fingers. So I find this nice opening in the body. I invite you to come into downward facing dog. Now, for some of you, you might be watching this and saying, that's silly. I'm never going to look like that because your legs feel so tight today. So if you're on the other end of the spectrum, I invite you to bend your knees, hug your navel toward your spine, press your hips back, press your heart back toward your thighs. We'll all take 3 deep breaths here. Navel towards spine, shoulders away from ears. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees. You can take little steps all the way up to the top of the mat. Big toes are parallel if they're wide, or maybe they're touching with the heels slightly apart, your choice. Fingertips to shins, flat back. Hug the navel in. Arda Uttanasana, shoulders back. Beautiful, friends. Exhale, fold forward. Option to bend the knees, especially if your legs are tight. Press into the feet. Hug the navel in. Reach the arms out wide. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Let's take a moment here. Balancing half moon, Arda Chandrasana from a standing position. We can have the feet underneath the hips for balance here. Big toes are parallel. Interlace your hands. Let's see, I think I have to stand back a little so you can see my hands coming up. Actually, we won't interlace the hands here. We're going to reach the arms all the way up to the sky and bring the palms to touch. Beautiful. And now take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, gently holding on to the right wrist with the left hand. Gently pull it up, lengthen up, shoulders drop down, but keep lifting up through your spine. Keep rooting down through the feet. Now, if you find that here your belly is popping out, hug the navel in, drop the tailbone down, find that alignment in the spine. Great. Open the arms out wide for just a moment. Bring them back. This time, right hand takes a hold of left wrist. Reach up, lift up. So you're gently pulling the left arm up to the sky. Hug the navel in. Beautiful. Release the arms out wide. We can reach them all the way down for a moment. Roll the shoulders up and back a few times here. Great. Now we'll move into Arda Chandrasana. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hug the navel in, drop the tailbone down. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Let that right hip pop out to the right a little. Keep rooting down through both feet. If you have some spaciousness here, you can start to turn your heart up toward the sky. Breathe deeply. You should really feel this through the right side of the body here. And if there's ever any pain or sense of real strain in these postures, that's your body saying back off, yeah? Inhale to rise up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, keep the arms lifted. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Let the left hip pop out. Again, you can turn the heart a little toward the sky if that makes sense for your body. Maybe the arms come back alongside the ears. Breathe deeply. I find these postures that really open the side body are a fantastic way to move stagnancy, to move emotional energy, to help us feel more enlivened. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the arms down. Micro bend in the knees, relax the hands, and just notice what's happening inside. What tingling, what aliveness is present. What are you becoming aware of in yourself just from this little bit of movement? Lovely. If you've changed position for any reason, come back to the top of the mat. Again, if at any time you need to take a pause, rest, please honor your body. Palms touch, stand tall. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, hug the navel toward the spine, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, fingertips to shins, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga all the way to the belly. Pull the elbows back, untuck the toes. Inhale, curl up through the spine. The pubic bone stays in contact with the earth. Exhale to lower. Tuck toes under. Make your way back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths here. Root down through the base of the index finger and thumbs. Shoulders pull up away from ears. Hug the navel toward the spine. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, Arda Uttanasana, weight in the toes, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, option to bend the knees as you reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's bow through center, hug the navel in. Inhale, half lift, Arda Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga all the way to the belly. If your knees, chest, chin, reach yourself forward. Pull the elbows back. We'll all inhale for Bhujangasana, Cobra. Exhale, make your way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths. Back of the neck is long. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale to step or lightly hop all the way to the top of the mat. Fold. Inhale, half lift, Arda Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow through center. You can always skip the vinyasas as well. Inhale, half lift, and just come to downward facing dog. Fold, bend the knees, plant the palms. So this is where the vinyasa begins. If you've had enough of these, you can always just come to downward facing dog. Otherwise, lower down. You can choose cobra or upward facing dog. If you're choosing upward facing dog, thighs are completely off of the mat. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog.
Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Press out through the ball of the foot. Hug the navel toward the spine. Drop right hip down so it's square with left. Lift the leg a little higher. Bend the knees. Stack the hips. Right toes fall behind. Inhale, square the hips. Lengthen. Optional, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, back toes slightly turned in. Hips are square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, bend into the front knee. Hug the navel toward the spine. Exhale, touch down, lift the back heel, step the right leg back. Lower through your vinyasa. Arda Chandrasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Press out through the ball of the foot. Shoulders up away from ears. Lift the leg a little higher. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Left toes fall behind. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale. Exhale, cross the body, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel. Front knee stays bent. Inhale, rise up, hips square to the top of the mat. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, touch down. Lift the back heel, step the left leg back, lower. Cobra or upward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, Arda Uttanasana, flat back, weight in the toes. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, rise up. Remember, you can always bend the knees. Exhale, hands to heart. Navel towards spine. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, lengthen, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Bhujangasana or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, stack the hips, let the toes fall behind. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen the right leg. Option, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, toes slightly turned in. Hips square to the top of the mat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open your stance. Turn your hips, and now the hips are square to the left side of the mat. Bend deeply into the right knee and gently press the right knee out to the right. So maybe you can see the right big toe. Back toes are slightly turned in still. Stick your booty out behind you. Tuck it under so we find nice length in the lumbar spine. Reach out through the fingertips, opposite directions. Gaze over right middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2, sink a little lower. Inhale, straighten the legs, rise up, palms touch. Exhale, sink down. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink down deeper into the hips.
Beautiful. If you find that your weight is over your front thigh, bring the crown of your head back over your pelvis. Left hand lightly touches down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, right elbow to thigh, extended side angle. Ooh, feel that opening. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, right thigh. One more time. Inhale, left hand lightly touches down. Strong legs. Exhale, extended side angle, left arm over ear. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Walk your back heel in. Heel toe your back heel in. Now, this is a good place to have a block if you're using blocks in your practice. Even if you don't feel you need a block, this is a great practice. Unfortunately, I'm still in the moving process and I don't have any blocks here right now. Left hand comes to the hip. If you have a block, please place your block to the outside of your right foot and maybe about a foot or so in front. Forgive me for not saying this in metric terms. If you do not have a block, bend your right knee as much as you need to be able to bring your right fingertips to the ground. And this may seem a little pretzel-y to you, so just work with it however you can in your body. Weight is in the right foot. Nice balance with the right hand on the floor. Press into the right foot. Lift the left leg. Now, before we do any stacking here, flex your left foot. Really activate the left leg. So pull those toes up toward the hip. Then we begin to stack the hips. Left hip stacks on top of right. Maybe you begin to straighten the right leg, straighten the arm. Lift up out of that bottom hip. If you're here, the gaze is probably down at the floor for balance. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Beautiful, everyone. Breathe here. Gaze is focused. Arda Chandrasana, another version of this balancing half moon pose. Relax your jaw. Lift the top leg a little higher. Bend into the front knee. Bring the left leg lightly all the way back. Find your way back in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, right leg steps back. Move through your Vinyasa. We'll all meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a pause here. Notice what's happening inside. Be present with you. Big toes touch. Inhale, left leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Inhale, square the hips, lengthen the left leg. Option to bring the knee to the nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, softly step the left foot through between the hands. Lower the back heel, hips are square to the top of the mat. Virabhadrasana 1, inhale. Exhale, open the arms out wide. Virabhadrasana 2, widen your stance. Left knee gently presses out to the left, so maybe you can see the left big toe. Again, we all have different bodies. It's okay if that's not your body. Stick your booty out behind you and then tilt the tailbone under to lengthen the lumbar spine and the low back here. Gaze over left middle finger. Again, if your weight is forward here, bring the crown of your head back over your pelvis. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink down, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Hips are square to the right side of the mat. Stay here. Right hand lightly touches the back leg. Reverse warrior as you inhale. Exhale, bring the forearm, that's what this thing is called, down to the thigh. Reach the right arm over the ear. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, extended side angle.
One more time. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, release. Straighten the front leg. Heel toe that back foot in closer to shorten the stance. If you have a block, you can now place the block to the left of your left foot and out in front of it a bit. I'm going to move back for my little plant friends that are everywhere. If you don't have the block, bend that left knee as much as you need to, and we can actually all take this cue anyway, and bring your hand down to where I just said to place the block. So to the outside of the left foot and forward so you can feel some balance. Right hand to right hip. Hug the navel toward the spine. Here we go. Bring the weight into the left foot. Lift the right leg. Before we do any stacking, become aware of your right foot and toes. Flex the foot. Pull the toes up toward the hip, toward the knee. Then we begin to stack. Gaze is down at the floor for balance. Of course, if you're wishing to play with balance, you can turn your gaze to the right or maybe up to the sky. If you're here, maybe you wish to reach the right arm up to the sky. Remember that top leg stays active, flexed right foot. Breathe deeply, smile. Welcoming this movement of energy, release, and also nourishment. If you're not already, look down, bend the left knee, softly step that right leg back. Find yourself again in Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down, lift the back heel, step the left leg back, lower down through your vinyasa. Adha Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat and fold. Inhale, half lift, Arda Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet. Rise up, navel towards spine, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, my friends. Bring that right leg out in front and then swing it back behind you to come into a nice wide stance. Turn your left toes in for a moment here. So we have a nice wide stance. We're facing the right side of the mat. Now we're going to bring the heels in so the toes are turned out, giving us the ability to really bend into the knees here as we move into goddess pose. Let's start first by making sure that the knees are moving over the toes. So we're protecting our beautiful knees, our wonderful knees. Hug the navel toward the spine so that the booty isn't sticking out and the chest forward. Nice supported body back. Sink down deeper into the hips. It's so beautiful in this pose because, we're opening, whether you have whatever kind of body you have, we all have this root chakra here. So even this is goddess pose and the yoni and all of this vital energy is here. We all have these chakras. We all have these different organs. Yes. So we are opening ourselves, connecting consciously with the earth. And there's this beautiful activity, this power moving up from the earth through all of these energetic vortexes all the way up. Boom, solid, beautiful. Rise up, shake it out for a moment. Now we'll bring in the arms. Let's sink down, tailbone relaxes down. Bring the arms up, bend at the elbows, palms face forward, breathe. This is a beautiful mudra with your whole body. Activating specific energy, welcoming, reconnect with your sankalpa. Why are you here today? What are you calling in for yourself, for your life? Sink a little lower. Relax your jaw. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, release them down. Beautiful. Bend your knees. Rock your hips a little side to side. It's okay. Just play with it. Be with this beautiful body. And we're going to move into this goddess pose one more time. I invite you to really feel this possibility of awakening every quality that you long to experience in your life. It's all in you. Joy, passion, confidence, peace, freedom, love. It's all right here. We just don't know how to access it all of the time. So let us feel we are opening ourselves in this pose, welcoming whatever it is we're wishing to cultivate more of. Sink the hips down, arms up. Hug the navel in. Feel the crown of your head lifting up toward the sky. Drop your tailbone down. This may feel really intense in the hips, so find a way you can be in this for another few breaths. Smile if you wish. Maybe you've got a lot of anger coming out, so just let your face do whatever it wants. One more full deep breath here. You got this, my friends. Deep power. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, release them down. Oh, beautiful. Bend the knees, rock those hips a little side to side. Can you hear the music at all? I hope you can hear it a little bit. Unless you don't enjoy the music, then I hope it's not very loud for you. Not seeing anything in the chat yet, so maybe you're just all on your mat. Good, good. Ah, beautiful. Turn your back toes in toward the top of the mat. Turn your left toes toward the mat. Bend into the front knee to make your way all the way back to the top. Ooh, let's take a moment here in Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart. Hug the navel in. Micro bend in the knees. Active arms. Crown of the head lifts up toward the sky. Breathe. Mountain pose. I have everything I need. Right now in this moment, I am supported. I'm cared for. I'm loved. I have everything I need. Right now in this moment, I have everything I need. All is well. All is well. All is well. Beautiful. If you're not already at the top of the mat, find your way to the top of the mat. Palms touch at the heart. Inhale, reach the arms up, palms touch. Exhale, bow through center. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, hug the navel in. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, high plank, lower down through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Lift it a little higher this time. Really stretch between the legs. Inhale, hug the navel in. Exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly. Bring your right knee all the way up to your right wrist and bring it down. If you know that pigeon pose doesn't work for your body, please turn onto your back and take a figure 4 stretch. Walk your right foot so that it's in front of your left hip. So there's a wider stance here. Wiggle your left foot back. So you see, I haven't dropped my knee down yet. Wiggle your left foot back so that you find the maximum length in the front side of the body before you bring that left hip down. You can untuck the toes if you wish. If you have a big space under your right hip, I invite you to stay lifted rather than dropping off. We're going to keep the hips square here. If you like to have a blanket or a block, something underneath that hip, please feel free to get that. Option to stay here, or if it feels good, you can begin to walk the hands forward. Maybe bring the head down toward the mat. If it doesn't reach, you can always gently stack your fists on top of one another. You can put your forehead in a block. Maybe you can stack your palms. Find a way where you can rest here. We'll be here for a little while. Slow, deep breaths. Focus on your exhalation, being long, letting go. Relax your jaw. Allow your belly and solar plexus to soften. Your hips to get heavier. Full moon, what are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to release? Feel that with each exhalation, you're letting go. A few more slow, deep breaths here. If you're forward, use your hands to slowly rise up. Walk your hands in. Ah, beautiful. We'll play here for just a moment if it works for your body. If it doesn't, you can just kind of stay where you are in this pose. For many of us, this is still a nice sensation, or maybe even a strong stretch to be seated like this. If you'd like to play a little, bend your left knee. Reach your left hand back for the inside of the foot. So this is a nice shoulder opener as well as a nice hip opener here. And then we're going to see if maybe we can bring that left foot in toward the hip. Now, if you have a lot of mobility here, you might be able to hook your foot in your left elbow. You may be able to move fully into mermaid here. If you wish, please do so. If your body is feeling prepared for that. Otherwise, just hang out here. And whatever pose you're in, let's just take 3 slow, deep breaths. Remember, this is not about comparison. You're not cooler or more beautiful or more talented or more special if you can do bendy poses. We all have different bodies. This is about you and your relationship with you and what this feels like. What is it awakening? What is it allowing in each pose? If you have the foot, slowly release it. Oof, I can feel I have not been doing that pose, my friends. Tuck the back toes under, bring the back knee in a little closer. Press yourself up. Downward facing dog. Ooh, feel that. Lift the right foot, bend the knee, and take a few circles with that right knee. Change directions. Release it down. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Lift the leg a little higher. Hug the navel toward the spine. And if I'm not mistaken, we did a final optional round of our knee to nose here. So let's inhale, exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, slowly, softly release the left knee next to the left wrist. Bring the foot out so it's in front of the right hip. Keep your back toes lifted or tucked under and slowly wiggle that foot back so you're finding maximum extension in the front side of the body before you bring that knee and that thigh down. If you'd like to put something on your left thigh, please go ahead and do so. Option to stay here, or if you wish, walk your hands out and find where this is comfortable. If there's any pain in the knee here or any part of the body, please don't do it. You can always flip over onto your back and take a figure 4 stretch or reclining pigeon. Release the jaw. I'll be back in just a moment. Slow, deep breaths, giving your weight to the earth, releasing consciously. A few more slow, deep breaths here. Just a reminder for anyone who came late, we begin our 60-minute practice after the intro. So our practice will will end about around 10 minutes after the hour. If you're forward, use your hands to slowly bring yourself back up. You can walk your hands in. And then again, we'll play on this side if you wish. I see a comment, so I'm just going to make sure that you can all still hear me, okay? Oh, can you not hear it? Can you hear me? I'm seeing a message. Yes, we can. Okay, great. Great. Okay, great. Thanks, my friends. Okay, so we're going to, again, play here if you wish. We'll bend the right knee, reach the right hand back for the inside of the foot. Yes, inside of the foot. You may just stay here and really feel this opening through the shoulder. You may wish to bring the foot in a little closer and maybe even hook the foot into the elbow. If you're taking full mermaid, please go ahead and do so. We'll just hang out wherever we are. Breathe deeply. Relax the jaw. If you have the foot, slowly release it. Tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, bring it in a little closer so you have some space here to move. Press into the hands. Lift that left leg up. Let's keep the knee bent and take a few circles here. Change directions. Release it down. So beautiful, my friends. Bring the knees down. Roll off onto one hip. Make your way onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. Plant the soles of the feet on the mat. Reach your arms down so that you can brush your heels with your middle fingers. This is a nice alignment for the body. Heels are about hip distance apart and the toes are turned in slightly. As we come into bridge pose, we want to keep the knees a little closer together rather than splaying out here. Press your low back down into the mat, and with your back connected to the floor, gently turn the tailbone up toward the sky. One really important thing whenever we do any heart openers or anything where there's a weight on the neck, we never turn the head. So if you're unfamiliar with this posture, I invite you to watch first. Please do not turn your head. Yes, no turning head. Head stays looking up at the sky. Press the low back down, the tailbone up. Press into the feet. Curl up through the spine. Up, 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 up. Lifting the belly and the chest up toward the sky. You're welcome to join us now if you know what you're doing now. Option to stay here or interlace the hands behind the back and tuck the shoulders underneath you to give even more lift in the front side of the body. Press into the feet, lift even higher. Keep this lift, relax your glutes. Beautiful. Breathe deeply. Feel all of your chakras shining up. I guess the throat is covered here, getting this nice energetic lock, but everything is just opening. Yes, 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 to life. Lift a little higher, relax your glutes. We'll be here for 1 to 3 more breaths, your choice. When you're ready to come down, release the hands and slowly, 1 vertebra at a time, roll back down the spine. If you're still lifted with me, release the hands, press yourself up a little higher, and then slowly roll down. Untuck your shoulders, roll down from the top of the spine as if you're touching each vertebra all the way down to the sacrum. Take the feet a little wider, allow the knees to fall in toward one another, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Close your eyes. What are you grateful for in this moment? Heel toe the feet in so the feet come together. Lift the feet, knees are bent. Open the arms out wide to a T, or if you don't have the space, bend the arms into a cactus position, palms face upward. Allow both knees to fall over to the left. You can use your left hand to gently assist that top leg down. Turn your gaze over your right shoulder. And with any posture, there's no need to strain. So take this twist, any leg variation that feels nourishing, that feels good for you. You may wish to cross the right leg over the left, or maybe extend out through the legs, or just stay right where you are and breathe deeply.
Slowly make your way back to center.
You can release the feet down, lift the hips up, reset if you feel off center at all. I'm going to move over a little bit here. Lift the feet again. Knees fall over to the right. Again, you can use your right hand to assist that top leg down if that feels good. Gaze is over the left. The eyes may be closed if you wish. As you breathe, feel the sound inside. So, as you breathe out, feel the sound. Hum. Two more slow, deep breaths. Slowly come back to center. Release the feet down, lift the hips up, place them down again. We'll take 1 minute for yogi's choice. If there's anything that your body's wanting that we didn't do today, maybe an inversion or anything, take this next 60 seconds to give your body what it's asking for. If you're feeling ready for Shavasana, bring the legs down the mat, feet wide, toes fall out to the sides, arms alongside the body, palms up to the sky. If your final pose before Shavasana requires both sides, change sides now. If you're in Shavasana, the eyes are closed, the body is heavier and heavier. And we'll way into Shavasana. Again, the feet are wide, the toes fall out to the sides. Arms are alongside the body with the palms facing upward. If you wish, you can tuck the shoulders underneath you. Maybe the chin is slightly tucked so the back of the neck is long. Feel the points of contact between your body and the earth beneath you. Feel your bones becoming heavier. The muscles softening, even melting down off of the bones. This total letting go, melting. Eyes are closed. These next moments, I invite you to be still. Let your breath be as it is. Let your thoughts come and go without needing to hold on to them and think about them. Let everything in your experience be without needing to grasp or react. Just let it come and go, come and go.
I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready to complete, feel your body heavy, relaxed. Very slowly start to rub your fingers on your thumbs, rubbing the pads of the fingers and thumbs together. Feel this sensation of aliveness, this sensuality of having a human body and getting to experience this magnificent life. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head, long stretch from fingertips to toes. Exhale through the mouth. Bend your knees and take your time to roll over onto one side. When you're ready, use your hands to assist you up to a seat with the eyes closed. Place your palms over your heart, offering yourself gratitude, kindness, love, whatever feels right. Maybe just saying thank you. Palms touch and Anjali Mudra will complete practice with Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings be happy, peaceful, and free. Peace, peace, peace. Inhale. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Great love and gratitude to you, my friends. Hi, Belinda. The mantra is not in the group, but we can definitely post it there. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your practice with me and with our community. Thank you for your donations, your presence. Thank you, Misty. Wonderful, Max. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hi, Lori. See you soon. Woo! So excited. About you so much. Oh, wonderful, Maria. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Wonderful, Marlo. Wonderful. Wonderful. Mm. Great to have you with us, Iska, even if you couldn't be with in the movement. Ah, wow, it's amazing. Such an amazing gift we have. Oh, awesome, Pam. Warm welcome. Yeah, to anyone who's here for the first time, extra warm welcome. So I have a coaching client that got booked a little earlier than it was supposed to on my schedule. So it's time to complete. I love it when we get to spend more time together, but I need to transition. So I love you. I love you. Thank you. I'm so grateful to be together. Again, if you're not part of our group here on the app already, it's called Love Heals All. Come be with us there. It's also where I post, thank you, Misty. It's also where I post updates or changes. I have a couple of meditations coming out for you that you can keep your eye open for. One of them is a recording of our live inner child healing session yesterday. I will be updating my profile with classes for February. I'm leading a retreat February 6th through 13th, so I won't be available that week. I will miss you, but I'll be thinking of you. And yeah, you can see all classes and updates on my profile page, or reach out in our group if something isn't clear to you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I love you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I love you. See you soon.